Watch, Pinay singer turns 4 chairs on The Voice Romania Season 6. Marie Velasquez, a 28-year-old Filipina singer from Arayat Pampanga, had impressed everyone on The Voice Romania Season 6 with her version of Andra's Rise Up as her audition piece for the reality singing competition. Marie received 4 chair turns from the Romanian judges, pop star Loredana Groza, actor-singer Tudor Chirila, Grammy-nominated producer-composer Marius Moga, and singer-songwriter Smiley. Her audition on the show aired last Friday, September 16, on Romania's Pro TV network. A recap by Romanian news website Adevărul said the singer was commended by the coaches for her vocal timbre and perfect interpretation of the song. Marie picked to be part of Smiley's team in the end and said "I love you." She is the 5th Voice Romania aspirant to turn 4 chairs in this season. Invite you to watch the video. Vendor in critical condition after being poured with gasoline by his competitor, Kabankalan City, Negros Occidental Clarencio Bernab Jr., 19 years old, ended up in the hospital after his angry business competitor drenched him with gasoline that caused him third-degree burns all over the body. Bernab started to sell fried chicken last month to help and to support his family, but he landed suffering at the hospital. Bernab was said to be cooking chicken when the incident happened. The angry 20-year-old Ryan Dolar came near to him and poured the gasoline all over his body. Since there is an open fire in Bernab's mobile kitchen, the fire easily ran throughout his body. As of now, Bernab is staying in a hospital in Negros Occidental while suffering third-degree burns. Also, Dolar is in the same hospital as he also got burns on his feet. Bernab's family is already coordinating with the policeman as well as planning to file case against Dolar. According to Clarencio's mother, he didn't know any enemies of his child. She thinks that businessman is the reason why it happened to his child, since Clarencio had just started his business last August while Dolar has been selling fried chickens already for a long period. Cops are now investigating if business competition was the only reason for this incident. If ever, serious physical injuries will be filed against Dolar. Invite you to watch the video. By Libet inmates forced to sell drugs to fund Alima's campaign. Watch here. Noel Martinez, a witness on the case investigating Senator Leila de Lima's involvement in the drug trade inside Bilibid, claimed that inmates inside the new Bilibid prison were forced to sell drugs to fund the senator's campaign. Martinez, a convicted kidnapper and leader of the Genuine Ilocano group, GIG, inside Bilibid, said that he was called by detained drug lord and alleged de Lima financier J.B. Sebastian to his office on February 2013. Martinez said that Sebastian asked him to give a huge amount of money in exchange for the GIG's protection. However, Martinez said that out of utang na loob, he offered to hire pushers outside Bilibid as well as monitor the business. He also claimed that he was forced by Sebastian to sell drugs inside Bilibid dahil mas malakas da ang kita kung dito sa looban ng Bilibid ang bentahan. There's bigger money if sales are done inside Bilibid, Martinez said in an interview with CNN Philippines. He also said that the GIG was forced to give P500,000 to former Bureau of Corrections Director Franklin Bocayo. Eventually, the GIG was required to give money on a weekly basis. Martinez begged to be transferred from Building 14, where high-profile inmates linked to the drug trade are detained, for fear for his life and safety. Another witness named Jamie Pacho, commander of the Batman Group, also said that he was approached by Sebastian to help fund de Lima's campaign. De Lima dismissed the witnesses as false and their testimonies as fabricated. Invite you to watch the video. Duterte answers back at international bodies, "I am the President of the Republic. Why would you curse at me as if I'm under you?" On Wednesday, President Rodrigo Duterte maintained that he could not let himself be admonished by any and all international bodies. After he cursed the European Union for giving their opinion on the extrajudicial killings of drug suspects in the country, he also took note that the EU was reprimanding him. In his speech in Camarines Sur, he expounded, "When I was mayor, that's okay. It's different now that I'm president because I represent a country. I am the President of the Republic. Why would you insult me? Why would you curse at me as if I'm under you? That's why I'm of them," Duterte said. The EU voiced out their concern for the increasing number of vigilante executions. The president's speech also encouraged the executions of traffickers and users, said EU lawmakers. On a speech last Tuesday, in front of the officials in Davao City, President Duterte said "you" to the EU and showed his middle finger. The audience applauded because of what he did. He also mentioned that the group's statement was really for the atonement of their own sins, alluding to EU's involvement in various Middle Eastern crises in history. Invite you to watch the video. Charo Santos under her lucky stars. Under lucky stars, how can anyone be so lucky? Such was the consensus among a bunch of media people huddled together during an event recently. The object of our discussion and collective affection is Charo Santos Cancio, who has just pulled another surprise starring in Live Diaz's Ang Babang Humayo. The 227-minute film created Philippine cinema history by winning the prestigious Golden Lion for Best Film at the recent Venice Film Festival. As the world knows, Humayo is Charo's comeback film after an absence from the big screen of more than 15 years. Those of us in the table concurred not every actor who has been away from acting for so long could easily pull off such a feat. So, how did Charo get away with it? Charo an enigma. To many, Charo Santos can be some kind of an enigma. Soft-spoken by nature and seemingly in control of herself at all times, she has proven herself worthy of emulation on all counts of womanhood. No, make that personhood. Beauty. Intelligence. Sensitivity. Versatility. Sheer talent. Through the years, Charo has passed with flying colors her multifaceted roles as wife, mother, actress, producer, career woman. She is the first woman president of ABS-CBN, a gargantuan task that brought her awards and recognition internationally. Close for comfort, at the Venice Film Fest, Charo reportedly came close to winning Best Actress as she figured in the top 3 contenders to the crown. The award went to Emma Stone for her work in the film La La Land, U.S. Later, we learned from Cinema One producer Ronald Argalis that the Venice Fest house rules state that there can only be 1 award per film. Such was confirmed to the Humayo Group by members of the jury. Some 20 films from all over the world vied for the Golden Lion. Jury head director Sam Mendes described the films as a wonderful, astonishing variety. Critics hailed Charo's performance. Critics from reputable trade papers lauded Charo's performance in Ang Babang Humayo, The Woman Who Left, where she played Horacia, a teacher who spent 30 years in prison for a crime she didn't commit. She then plots revenge against her ex-boyfriend, Michael de Mesa, the guy who framed her. Deep inside, Horacia struggles between vengeance and forgiveness. Clarence Tsui of Hollywood Reporter described her performance as majestic. Tsui wrote that Ang Babang Humayo is an immensely immersive and engaging tale about a wronged individual's grueling struggle between reconciliation and revenge, a succinct, poignant revenge drama. Variety says, film critic Guy Lodge of Variety wrote, "It's Santos Cancio's soft-skinned but seething performance that must see viewers through the film's most challenging passages." She plays Horacia's quiet resilience without making her a kind of impenetrable exemplar. A scene in which she leads the defeated Yolanda through a shaky but hopeful rendition of Somewhere from West Side Story is an invaluable moment of pure sweetness amid the austerity. Ben Nicholson of Sign View, who reviewed the film at the Toronto International Film Festival, said Charo rendered a magnetic performance. Nicholson wrote, "Indeed, her subsequent adoptions of different names for use by different people begin to create the impression of a splintering psyche, and Santos' magnetic performance is one of many masks." Nicholson gave Humayo 4 out of 5 stars. Asia's Best Actress. Recall that for her work in her first film ever, Itam, 1977, the budding actress from Oriental Mindoro won the Best Actress award at the Asian Film Festival that year. Winning in whatever field she ventures into comes naturally to Charo. Those who work with her closely claim she might have a direct line to God. He grants her all of her heart's desires. Charo on Live Diaz. "When we talked in March, we said we would only make a movie. We're just going to have fun. But this is more than just having fun. This is a great adventure, and really, a most unforgettable moment. Feel the journey. I really wanted to work with this director. I want to understand the aesthetics behind his cinema, why he produces long-running films. He doesn't manipulate the audience, he doesn't manipulate the characters, he allows the characters to go through the journey and feel the journey. Russian tale, Ang Babang Humaya was inspired by a Leo Tolstoy short story, God Sees the Truth, But Waits. A co-production between Cinema One and Cine Olivia, the film opens in the Philippines on September 28. Among its attractions is the provocative performance of John Lloyd Cruz as Orlando, a transgender prostitute. Thank you for watching videos like you. Remember, the channel, register and comment below. Thank you.